that you're not with our family. I really wondered if you would ever learn to read.
What did other people think about you adopting a black kid?
And I had this idea that we should move our family to our basement. Why would you name your child after a vegetable? I have good taste whether she knows it or not.
Nagging on your kids.
My bedroom, I cooked the carpet.
And I broke it.
Of course you did.
Yeah. In the hot seat with Lori Conger, or as I know her, my mom. First question. What is one of the weirdest questions you've gotten about my adoption?
I don't know that I've gotten weird questions, but I have been with you many times in public where people assume that you're not with our family. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like we'll be in a line and they'll be like, okay, so there's 4 of you. And I'm like, no, there's 5 of us, and they don't equate you with being a part of
Yeah.
the family, which is always surprises me because in my mind you're just, we're just all part of the same family. So it's kind of weird when I'm like, don't they get that she's with us? But then when I think about it from their perspective, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, that's happened quite a bit.
What was a struggle with raising me?
What wasn't? No. I really wondered if you would ever learn to read. So I was a preschool teacher, owned my own preschool. My specialty was teaching kids to read, and I could not teach you to read. And I was sure you had dyslexia or something because you just literally would not remember the letters and their sounds. And I was like, this is hopeless. I don't know what else to do. She will never learn to read. But you did.
Yeah. I know how to read now. Not very well still, but...
You're a great reader.
Thank you. What did other people think about you adopting a black kid?
I have no idea. I think that most of the time people don't really share what they're thinking. I think they just kind of go with the flow. But I do remember that after you were born and we were trying to figure out a plan to pay off this big debt we had just incurred, and I had this idea that we should move our family to our basement. This is when we lived in Utah, so we had basements. And we had a really nice basement with an entrance and a kitchen. We'd move all 7 of us down to the basement and rent out the rest of the house. I did have some people say, are you okay, Lori? Like, I'm worried about you. That sounds crazy. And I was like, I am so okay. Like, yeah, this is great. We're so excited as a family to do this. It's totally going to be worth it. It's going to be fine. And so I do remember people being like, that seems a little cray-cray. Like, this is just weird. Why would you do that? But it was all great.
Yeah.
For the first year. 1 year turned into 2 years, which then turned into almost 3 years.
We lived in a basement for 3 years.
Yes, we did. We learned a lot about family togetherness, cooperation, getting by with 1 bathroom, no dishwasher, being in a very tight space together all the time.
Was it hard that as a baby?
No.
Within basement? Because I was like a baby at the time, correct?
Yeah, but it didn't really matter. It was kind of nice because you were small. I remember all the kids were you were this big, and then Boston was like this big, and then when we moved out 3 years later, you were this big, and then again it was just like the growth, even just like height-wise, was incredible. So yeah, it was an adventure.
What did you do different when you raised me versus my other siblings?
I think that just by default, I would be surprised if this doesn't happen in most homes. There's just so much more, you're just so much more hands-off than maybe with the other kids, especially where you are almost 5 years younger than the next oldest child, and the kids were so enamored with you. I felt like I was less involved because everybody wanted to hold you and change you and play with you, and I wasn't breastfeeding obviously because I had adopted, so they could actually feed you, and it just felt like a lot of people were more involved in than what the other babies was like. That was my job. I was up in the night. I was doing all the things, and so that was definitely different. And for sure, we have spent a lot of time over the years focusing on the way you feel about how you fit into our family, and ensuring that this is we're all the same family. This is who we've always been. It's who we'll always be. And trying to help you understand your true identity and feel of worth. And so I think that's one thing that I want all my kids to know, but we felt like I kind of needed to focus on that even maybe a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Was I a picky eater even as a baby?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember my babies if they were really picky eaters or not, but you must have been. I think you always have been a picky eater. And yeah, you've always had like a handful of things that you would eat and like. And I apparently it wasn't my number one skill to, force or train whatever you to eat things you didn't want to eat, because
now
here you are today. You still don't. I do remember too that when I don't remember where I was, but someone asked what your name was, and I said Berkeley, and they're like, "Why would you name your child after a vegetable?" And I was like, "It's not broccoli." But what's funny is you did like broccoli, which most kids don't. So
yeah,
never know.
Kids in elementary school called me broccoli. That's all the questions I have for you, Mom.
Well,
wait, do you have questions for her?
I have any questions for me?
What is your funniest memory with me?
I don't know. Probably it's definitely while shopping for clothes. Cause I swear it's always. I have one. It was you're checking out some shorts, and they're these like dirty green, like this like muddy green shorts that like went like past my knees. I guess not past my knees, but, like right here to my knees, and you're like, oh, I think these are adorable. You love these. I was like, no. Actually, I don't think I would. It's just you're like, no, they look so darling on you, and it was kind of funny. I don't know why, but we've always not agreed on fashion styles,
food, other things. What is your earliest memory as a child? I always, I'm not sure what age we finally start remembering things. I think it's different for some of them.
This is a vivid memory. In our Utah house, I'd be on my stomach on the skateboard, going like this with my hands. It's the first memory I could even think of right now. Like that's the first memory I can think of. It's always been locked in my brain for some reason, just my entire life. Of me just like on my, I still did this when I was like, even like 5 years ago when I was not too little. I would be like on my stomach on a skateboard going like this because I didn't know how to actually skateboard. So yeah.
I don't even remember that. So can you remember a time, I'm sure there's only like one or two, so dig deep, when I was upset with you and what it was about and how we dealt with that? Let's see, was it yesterday or this morning?
You're like at, I don't know where, picking out clothes. Again with the clothes.
What? We don't go shopping that much. I don't understand.
I know, but it was like a while ago. You're doing like, it was really like when I was like in elementary school. It was like Vicky bought me a bunch of clothes, and I did not wear any of my new clothes because I didn't like them. But I said I liked them because you did.
This has been a recurring thing.
And I would always feel bad saying, "Oh no, I don't like that." And so the way we got over the disagreement is I just be honest with you about if I like the clothes or not. Most of the time it's no.
I have good taste whether she knows it or not. That's for sure. You tend to wear the same 3 outfits again and again and again, and then you have all these other cute clothes that I never see. I don't understand.
Hey, I've been branching out.
Really? You're up to 4? 4 outfits now because I see the same thing.
I've been branching out, actually. I have.
We'll play a little game of how well do you know Mom, and then how well do you know Berkeley? Mom first or Berkeley first?
Mom first.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Black.
Okay.
That's why you adopted me.
Is that why you wore my favorite color today?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Favorite food?
It's gonna be something like, it's like some sort of pasta. No, wait. I know this. I don't. Lasagna? No.
That is so funny that you said pasta, because pasta is like something I don't really care for. I don't really like
No,
pasta.
because that's why I said, wait, no, it's probably not.
Lasagna is a type of pasta, ma'am. I would say this is my new favorite recently, and it's the Philly cheesesteaks from Charlie's. But Dad can make them, and they're so good.
I never got ones from Charlie's. And
It's just they taste just as it tastes like Dad's. Honestly, they're so good.
I like that. So they taste good.
Favorite instrument?
What?
To listen to, like instrumental, like you know, you always listen to like instrumental music. What's your favorite to listen to?
You're supposed to guess. What do you think?
I'm still in interview mode. Probably the violin.
I
To
do like the
listen
violin.
to.
I would honestly say, although I played the clarinet
Oh.
for years, I'm gonna go with piano because, oh my goodness, the most extraordinary, beautiful music can be played on a piano, and I always wished I knew how to play. So piano.
Favorite sport?
Volleyball.
Yes.
That was pretty.
Followed closely by
Basketball.
pickleball, then basketball. Pickleball is hard to beat.
I kind of forget pickleball is like a sport outside of our family.
Oh, most people
Every time
play.
I talk about I feel like my friends at school don't really know what it is, but a bunch of other like older crowd do.
Are you saying it's for old people?
No.
It's kind of what I'm doing.
Favorite hobby?
Nagging on your kids.
Oh, that hurt. Listen, Linda, I used to be a much better at nagging. I backed off. No, not nagging. It's reading. I love.
I was gonna say
to
writing. I was
read.
gonna say writing.
I'm always reading at least 2 or 3 books at one time. But the next thing would be walking my 2 little legs around. I love to go on walks. I absolutely love to walk. Walking and reading. If I could walk and read at the same time, it would be extraordinary.
I want to see that happen.
But I don't think it's a good idea. I see people do that on the treadmill. I do not understand. I have a hard enough time not falling off the treadmill when I don't have a book in front of me where I'm trying to read.
I remember we went on a walk one time and I was reading to you.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it. I
I
literally
did
don't
good.
know how you did it.
I'm just
Anyway,
good.
all right, on to the next.
Now it's for Berkeley. Favorite color?
Well, it used to be purple. That's why her room is purple.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know any difference. I'm gonna still stick with purple.
Yep, it's purple.
Yay, we got
I
at least
don't
the favorite
think-
colors right.
yeah.
That's about all we know.
I remember people like there's always that question like, oh, when you're little, what was your favorite color? Now, what's your favorite color? It's always been purple. Just the best color.
Well, I will tell you, when I was growing up, I loved purple, and that is why my bedroom had purple carpet. I got to
Purple
choose.
carpet?
This is back when you'd put like a different color carpet in every room, and mine was purple. Do you not remember that at the Cookville house? It was like plum colored carpet.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I remember seeing that. I was like, what in the world?
So-
Whose room is this?
See, we have more in common than we think.
Favorite food?
You gotta get this. This is gonna be embarrassing.
Ramen noodles.
Yes.
Oh, this is where we start to split ways.
I love
noodles.
ramen and sushi.
You know what? The good news about that is it's cheap. The bad news is it's very unhealthy and disgusting. But, you know, especially the way you make it.
Okay.
It is weird. She has half of them crunchy. Half the noodles are crunchy. Half the soft. Yes, I have seen you do that many times.
Not on
And then you
purpose.
just put I don't like, what is that garbage you're shoving down your throat?
I mean, I don't make it like that anymore. It wasn't on purpose. I just didn't add enough water when I go to above. But I like sushi and ramen, and I remember I tried, what's it called? It's like octopus legs or something in Cancun.
Oh, that's going too far.
I like
Next
them though.
question.
They taste good.
Favorite movie?
Ooh,
Now, Berkeley does like movies.
I watch
And
a lot
she
of movies.
really likes movies like, I don't know, she likes so many things. Hunger Games? I don't know.
That's one of them. I don't know.
Choose.
I really like movies and studying movies, and also even movies I don't even watch. I like something like series and stuff, like famous series that I don't even watch, but yeah, I don't know. It's probably I would say like a horror movie, but in general, it's probably just like 10 Things I Hate About You. I love that movie. I love horror movies though.
Okay.
There's a good mix.
Favorite instrument?
Oh. The drums. The drums are cool.
Electric guitar.
Ah.
I think it is so cool. I've always wanted to know how to play the guitar, just so I can play electric guitar. Actually, you should get me.
Did you know that Boston got
I know,
one for Christmas one year?
and I broke it.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I was the one who did that.
Favorite sport?
Well, I know that she does love volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like to watch any sports, but right now she's participating in track. So I'm going to go with track.
Close, hurdles.
That is part of track.
I know.
That is exactly.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
That's, yeah.
Track.
It's so fun. And I can't wait to watch you do that.
Oh, no. I look so weird going over the hurdles.
Would you like some tips? I mean,
I'm okay, you're the one who hurt your
if you
back.
would like me to give you some pro tips, I did hurt my back and I've had back problems ever since for 30 years, but I've got some really good tips if you want me to show you how to get for it.
Well, I think if you showed me, you'd even have more back problems. I don't think you need more problems right now.
Actually, what am I saying? I can't jump over a hurdle.
That
would be funny to watch.
watch.
Oh, there'd be more things go wrong than that.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Finally, favorite hobby?
Wait, I don't know
Let's see. Getting on the computer and playing this game where you do fashion.
Dress to impress.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's your favorite hobby. Am I wrong?
Yes.
What is your
My
favorite
favorite
hobby?
hobby? Writing. I love to write.
You do love to write, and you do love to read, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Well, not illiterate.
Look, we got to know each other even better.
Yeah.
Shake hands. What's one thing you love about each other?
I love her hair. I love her little space.
Listen,
so
that is a physical attribute. It cannot be the answer.
Okay, wait.
I'm waiting.
I was trying to find a good one because I love a lot of things about you.
Mhm.
Like a lot of random
I
quirks.
can tell they're just
No.
flowing through your mind like a river here.
I love how... I just love your personality. You're so funny. I think it's just
Thank
even when
you
you try not to be.
That's usually when I'm funniest. When people are laughing at me instead of with me. I would say one thing I love about Berkeley is that she can do anything. She always amazes me. Like she decides she's gonna do like the hurdles. She's never hurdled before. She decides she can do them. She's gonna do them and she's gonna do them well. She can do contortion, and I remember her teaching herself how to do these jump rope tricks that were actually quite amazing, and
Yeah.
origami and like and bracelets and crocheting and like anything that she wants to do, she can do. And I think that's extraordinary. Right? Well, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Sure love you.
I love you too, Mom.
Mm.